Herbivore. Hello, how are we doing? Hi any Patreons or channel members watching this on the replay. Thank you so much for your continued support.
Oh, I'm see-through, oh god.
Oh god, she's got holes in her. So, protein deficiency. Vegan metalheads up in here. Hello Hench, got dinner planned. Steamed tofu and mushrooms with some oil-free fried rice. That sounds absolutely awesome. Right up my street. Plamo Dorino, he's there. Vegan Regita, he's also there. Vegan Jerry. Angharad, she's here. Do subscribe to Angharad's channel. She's great stuff.
Yeah.
And she's arrested with her mum. You love it so much when she says that. Oh, I've got holes in me as well, except you can't tell because it's meant to be green anyway.
Can't see the end of my hair. Why is that? That's weird. It's not green, I don't think.
Bonkers.
Blue.
Lolly's here. Good old Lolly, vegan realist. Richard Benham. Good old Andre. Hi diddly hole, neighborinos. I did need some left-handed nunchucks, Andre, if you can hook me up. Andre, you're going to stick with the vegan skits channel. Let me know if you need design for banners or whatever. You lovely man. Aww. Bless your heart. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with it, at least for now. I mean, it's not really taking off, but I understand that the shorts thing on YouTube is sketchy at the minute, and oftentimes when YouTube bring out a new product, like it don't work properly, and I think that's what's happening, and I'm hoping at some point they'll overhaul it. My videos will start to get on the short shelf and we'll start to get a bit of virality, and the channel will actually grow. At the minute you can't really monetize it. Well, you can have your links in your description and whatever, but you can't monetize like for ads or help like that. Yeah, it's not really taken off. But what's happening is I'm making those, they're really reels for Instagram because they're growing my Instagram really well. So I'm doing these short videos. They're going on Insta. They're going on TikTok. Very few of them are doing very well at all. And then the odd one will get a bit of virality, like once in a blue moon. So, but I think you make the content, just put it everywhere. Like a staff not to, and see what sticks. And so, yeah, I am going to keep doing it at least for a good while. So yeah, if you would like to do that, I would love to take you up on that, Andre, and you are so lovely. We appreciate you so much, my friend. You really are a great guy. Can we have a round of applause for Andre, please?
And follow him on YouTube as well.
Oh yeah, Doodle Machine. Check him out for drawing stuff. He's well good. He designed this. You
can't see that, like a core or whatever of it, but trust me, it's well good.
Tell us about these things that we're wearing.
So this is like the word compassion is like the LGBTQ, like, you know, flag colours.
And some skin tones at the end.
And some skin tones at the end there. We've got that in there. And this is like scales, fur, feathers.
Animal print, basically.
Yeah. So it's, you know, encompassing lots of different.
It's saying if you're in a minority and you don't like to be persecuted, well, think of others in other groups that are being persecuted. Let's be kind to have compassion for all.
Or not just if you're in a minority, if you are,
or even if you're not.
Whatever, you know.
And also, we've got this design representing the gym. The gyms are open on Monday.
On Teespring?
On, no. No, we just got a few odd ones on the...
I think they're all sold out.
Right.
Yeah, so actually we don't have...
Comment below if you want us to bring this design back. But we have got designs for the gym. We've got loads of different designs. There's a link in the description for our merch shop. Also, I've just received a contract from Hilo, which I'm going to sign. They're amazing. I was speaking to the founder, or one of the founders today, Michael Doughty. He's an ex-soccer player. And he really wants to be the next Nike, but an ethical Nike. And
Brilliant.
I'm all for that. I said to Gemma, that's what I want them to say. And they did. And I thought, yeah, that's who I'm aligning with. I love it.
Brilliant.
So that's exciting. Andre, anyone else hate the term animal protein as much as I do? Did you just watch my Raw Varna video, perchance? And yeah, it's just code, isn't it, for dead flesh? Just say it. Do you know what I mean? Vegan Jerry's in the house. Good old Cully Horrocks, our good friend Richard. We're very good, thanks. Hope you are too. Oh, blinking heck. Dre says you're looking good. Love that shirt. You would say that. It's your baby. Sarah Foy's in the house. Hey, Amy, and the boyfriend there. What's your boyfriend's name? And how's he doing? I hope he's doing well, and I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Good old Benny Green's in the house. My bestie, my IRL bestie. Amy Lawson. I've been up the green vibes with a green screen. Love it. Oh, you know it. Good old Amy Lawson. I know that one. Good to see you.
Oh, that's Amy Lawson. We know, is it?
Yeah.
We know it IRL.
Yeah.
Ah, hello.
I'll just double check because it's hard to see the avatar's not very big, is it? How you doing, Amy? When did we see her? That was Thetford, was it?
Yeah, maybe. With
where we went, where there was that Dad's Army museum next door.
Yeah. Did we? Is that where we saw her? Can't remember.
I think so. Andre, Paul and Gemma, if you could spend a day with any celebrity, who would you choose? This one. And I do. I don't know. Maybe Dr. Michael Greger. I predict that I will, in the next few months, spend a day with him. In the next few months to a couple of years, I predict I will spend a day with him.
Very good.
You can take that to the bank.
I would spend.
And also, Hilo will be the next Nike. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, it's good words. Don't want to interrupt that train. Very good. I will spend the day with Joe Dispenza or Teal Swan because they're currently my two favourite teachers and I'd like to learn a load of great stuff from them. I'd like to really pick their brains and just really super enhance my knowledge for healing for myself and stuff I can say, you know, give out to other people.
I love it. Who would you guys pick and why? I'm interested.
Well, they're not really well, they are kind of celebrities. Like, well, it depends what you view as a celebrity, really, doesn't it?
They've only got hundreds of thousands of followers. Michael Askey's in the house. Purple Piplup. False Music. Samantha TKO. Why do some people dedicate whole channels to slating vegans? When I was on a whole video on my comments and I read said they have nothing better to do. It's because they have to make us wrong. If not, they abuse animals unnecessarily 3 times a day. So sadly, we have to expect it. Not that it makes it all right. Good old Robert Pacino's here. Good old Stacey Langley. 25 kilogram plants. To make 1 kilo of beef. Gemma's here.
I know, what's going on? Half of it's missing. A bit strange colour at the end there.
Oh, our good friend Jason's here. 1 man, 1 year, 1 fiddy. Follow him on the gram. Hello, all my wonderful people listening as I work. Hope you're all doing wonderful, my friends. We really are, and all the better for seeing you in here. How's that documentary coming along? That's what I want to know.
DJ Cat's got to go to sleep, so I'm just going to say goodbye to you. Good day to you, sir, because you won't get to his comment in time.
Good day to you, DJ Cat.
You're talking about Donkey Kong again. You love him.
Give a good night.
You're obsessed with him.
Yeah. Why don't you marry him? False music's eating junk food. How dare you? Have some respect for your body. You deserve to be well. I like you.
Cowboy's here. He's the best one.
Cowboy's here as well. And Vol's music's the best one. Well, all these people are the best ones if you think about it. Which is why I want them to take care of their health.
Cowboy, do you want to see everyone? Yeah. I'll put you.
Oh, Sarah's boyfriend's name is Josh.
Oh.
That is a handsome name.
Hello, Josh.
Hi, Josh. How are you doing, brother? Where's that cat then?
Well, he's gone. I'll just wait for him to circle back round again. He does things in his own time. You know cats. He's just woken up. He's all sleepy.
Oh. So Sarah and Josh are having a stir fry tonight. That sounds very good. We had a lovely, steam fry, I suppose, with, you made a hoisin sauce, didn't you? Using raisins instead of sugar.
Yeah.
That was super delish.
Hoisin sauces have always got loads of sugar in.
Yeah, but
sweetened
it's
it
really
with
tasty,
raisins.
isn't it?
We should do a little reel of that, I think.
Yes.
On the gram.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Carrie Williams, best way to calm a sugar demon, smash him over the head with a honey mango. There's a yellow mango from Bangladesh.
Eat enough carbohydrates. That's what I say.
Contentious.
Yeah, eat enough calories. Be eating enough. And medjool dates. That's what helped me to get over my cravings for like chocolate and
just generally like
sweet
fill
things.
yourself up at each meal, like plenty of low calorie fruit and veg, like so you're not hungry between meals.
Yeah, we crave sweet and savoury foods to get the vitamins in the sweet food and the minerals in the savoury food. That's the right way around, isn't it? So like that's why we have those cravings. Like you eat a meal and then it's like savoury things and you crave something sweet. Like it's to get all the range of all the things that you need. So yeah, just choose some better things and like it will calm down over time. You really adjust your taste buds, don't you?
Yeah.
The longer you eat good stuff.
If you're really craving calorically rich things, it can be a sign that you're either chronically undercaloried, like too much, or just not eating enough bulk of food, like more fibre and water-rich foods.
Or sometimes we crave a lot of food if we're struggling with some difficult emotions, and then we know that the sugar and like bad foods will sort of numb that out. So it's one thing to look at as well. Like when you crave that sugar, how are you feeling, within yourself and like. Instead of eating, like, can you sit with your emotions for 10 minutes? Maybe do a meditation or something and see. And also, when we're dehydrated, we sometimes think that we're hungry. So that's another thing you could consider.
Big signals. Richard is saying, I do wonder if the structure of language has something to do with the high percentage of vegans in Germany, i.e. Schweinefleisch, pig flesh, instead of some euphemism like pork. That's interesting. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Really wouldn't surprise. Why do they call we say like rump steak for a cow's ass and whatever, and then we say lamb, which is the name of like the cutest animal that we eat. Like, how does that work? And how do people still eat them?
So like sausage. Well, what's that? Can we load of odd squid, load of odd things, load of odd animals, parts.
Right. This is
bad stuff.
Where have I got to? What? We missed Purple Piplup. Would you be interested in bringing out crop tops for this summer?
Ooh, I feel like we should do more female stuff, but the thing is...
Do they do them?
Yeah, we go through Teespring and they only have a certain number of items and you can just put your design on the items that they have. We used to get our own merch printed, but we had to have all the stock at home, and then some stuff sells really quick, and then some sizes or items don't get sold, and it's just a pain in the bum, really. You have to have a lot of money to lay out as well. So, yeah, we go through Teespring, we get less money, but like there's more choice we can have on there. I think there might be a dress on there. It's not like it's not my preferred style so much, I don't think, of dress. But I think, yeah, like, I can't think of any sort of design for us to really have on that at this time, can you? Like, for a dress?
No, I'm stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's, no crop tops. There's women's women's vests you could cut. Yeah.
Amy Lawson is Amy Lawson,
Ah, nice.
who we know. Good, lovely to see you,
good.
hon. How are you doing? What have you been up to? I think Jerry would pick me as the celebrity they'd like to hang out with. Well, I love you very much, and you're welcome back. Vegan Metalhead, Jonah Weinhoff would take him to vegan-friendly spots locally. He's vegan as well. Nice. Very good. Voss music. Sorry, Paul, I don't eat junk food off. Well, that's all right then, but I'm watching you. No, you do what you want. Oh, good man. Right, looking for questions. Same, you say my 6-year-old Daniel is currently stuffing handfuls of raw spinach in his mouth. Oh, good boy. I love how naturally he's drawn to good stuff. I think this is from my dinner plate. Oh.
No, it's very good.
Andre, do I ever eat textured vegetable protein? It upsets my stomach for some reason. I'm fine with soy in all other situations, but it's happened a few times at TVP, so I don't think it's a coincidence. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it, does it?
What is that? Just soy?
It's sort of defatted soy, so it's sort of more like pure protein. Yeah, I eat it on a rare occasion. Yeah, I'm actually fine with it. Yeah, I don't eat it often, no.
So it's not quite as good as, like, say, tofu had. Maybe it's not got as many of the nutrients still in it or whatever.
No, not half
but
as
not
many.
anything bad added usually if it's the plain.
Not usually, no.
One.
Hungry Greek Mexican. No, I did not see Vegan Gains stream. I've not been really watching him so much lately. Andre, did you see that Vegetable Police is vegan again? He says it's for good this time. He says he's finding it for ethics. Hope he stays with it this time. Like this video. He's vegan, obviously, his videos. Yeah, we did a collabo together years ago.
He's quite a humorous guy, so
yeah.
it was a real shame when he stopped being vegan. Really
I
was.
hope he'll work with Goji Man and sort out his gut issue.
He's had that issue for so many years. You'd think he'd really
He
want
must
to
have
get
made
on
it
top
worse
of it.
with all the crazy
Yeah.
things he's been doing.
You think so?
Yeah, but that's really interesting to hear. Yeah, I hope he sticks to it. Stacey's tucking into a lovely jackfruit and mushroom stew. That sounds awesome. Just chuck that in Japan and hope for the best.
We must experiment
Nice.
with some jackfruit sometime
Yeah, that
soon.
sounds good. I'd be up for
Yeah.
trying that. Vol's Music very generously donated $5. Thank you, Vol's Music. When you get a nut butter, do you pour the oil off the top or mix it in? Mix it in. Mix it in.
Some of them don't come like that with it on the top, and some do. It's hard to mix it in, isn't it? It can be quite thick underneath, and you know, it can be tough to do. But
I see why you might tip it out because it is oil, and oils typically are not terribly health promoting. However, like it was meant to be in there, if you know what I mean. So as long as you're not having like masses of it, and you know, if not, you're just left with it's not really a butter anymore. It's like a solid, like unenjoyable lump of nothingness, isn't it? Like dried nuts. So yeah, what I do is I'll empty the whole thing into a big bowl and really mix it well, so it's really mixed through. And then I'll only have like one, probably the odd tablespoon here and there, like rather than having like tons of it.
and our favourite nut butter that now these days is called Pippin nut. So Pipnut. And it always comes really well mixed. It never separated because we just got really sick of having that problem all the time. Once we tried to put the whole thing into the blender and like we'll mix it up, and it just ruined the blender. It was like smoking and everything. It was too much for it to like manage. So we didn't do that again. But yeah, we found Pippin nut. I don't know if they're everywhere in the world, but if they are where you live, definitely I would opt for that because it's a really, really nice one.
Beyond the Viking kindly donated 100 knocks. No question, he's just got a lovely sticker there of a fox with a heart. He's given us love. He's got no question. He's just supporting his local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers out of the kindness of his Viking heart. And I salute you, sir.
That's very
and all
kind.
other Vikings.
Oh,
That's really nice.
sounds like that's out of that show you like.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, Bjorn Ironside, Ragnar's son.
Oh, you love a bit of that, you do.
Yeah. What's happening? Has that done it? I'm going to carry on, guys. If I miss your comment or question, do pop it back in the chat. But I don't like to get too far behind because it's not very good for streaming, holding people on the stream. OJ, what do you like to incorporate into your diet for good recovery after workouts? Also, hope you're both doing well. We hope you're doing well too, my friend. Thank you. So basically, my nutrition is the same any time of day. I eat 3 big meals now, and you know, I basically have my breakfast. Hour and a half or so later, I then train. Later on, I have my lunch. Later on, I have my dinner. But it's basically the same stuff. It's legumes, whole grains, fruits, veggies, a bit of nuts and seeds. More when I'm trying to put muscle on, less when I'm trying to either. Well, not really when I'm maintaining, I suppose. But if I'm trying to diet, I will really drop that right down to no more than about 10-15%. What was I saying? A bit of brain fart. Where were we going with all that? But it's the same foods. It's the same foods, and it's the optimum nutrition for health, longevity, exercise recovery, fueling your workout. It's all the same stuff. Our machine basically optimally functions on a whole foods plant-based diet, preferably lower fat, I think. I go a bit higher fat when I'm trying to put muscle on because just physically I can't get enough sort of healthy calories in if I'm just doing legumes and whole grains and fruits and veggies. So I have to go a bit harder on nuts, seeds, whole nut seed butters, avocados, things like that. But optimally, I wouldn't. Not from a health perspective. Dardy, question about nutritional yeast. Furman doesn't recommend it. Notice you use it for cooking. Any particular reason? Yeah, it's super healthy and I enjoy it. I mean, it's got loads of B vitamins except for B12, unless it's fortified. It's about 50% protein, by the way. It's single-celled mushrooms. It's a fungi and yes, super healthy. There was a study done on endurance athletes, and they looked at athletes who use nutritional yeast regularly versus those who don't, and they looked at their incidences of developing upper respiratory tract infections after competition or hard training, and the ones who used nutritional yeast suffered half their illnesses. It's those beta glucans, which are the type of fibre found in mushrooms, super good for our immune system.
Why doesn't Furman recommend it?
He recommends you eat a bit of animals.
Oh, okay.
He's a funny boy.
When I was at the True North Health Clinic in America, doing a fast a lot of years ago, so there's some plant-based doctors that work there, Dr. Clapper, Dr. Goldhammer, and Dr. Goldhammer, he didn't recommend nutritional yeast.
Goldhammer, wow, wow, wow.
But he said it was, I can't remember exactly the term, but a sort of like a gateway processed food.
God.
The people who went there super needed to be strict and recover their health, or they were trying to lose weight or whatever. So it was just all whole plant foods, nothing, not sauces, nothing with salt, no salt,
Did they
oil,
have
sugar.
some mushrooms occasionally?
Mushrooms. Yeah, they had roasted mushrooms in the salad tray.
So what's
day.
their problem with nutritional yeast?
Yeah.
Unless it's been fortified with B12, it's not processed. It's
Too calorific?
Single-celled mushrooms.
It's not that caloric.
Too tasty, I reckon.
Yeah.
Too tasty for you.
Make people overeat. Yeah, I think it was about overeating, I guess. Yeah.
It's hard to overeat on a whole foods plant-based diet, particularly a lower fat one like they recommend as well.
Yeah, so say you get a big bowl of potatoes, you put a load of nutrients, a load of salt, you could probably eat a lot more than if you just ate them more
True.
sort of plain, couldn't you, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, that was their problem with it.
Yeah.
You've got to enjoy your food though, haven't you? Come on.
Yeah. Amy saying that she's good, currently on the hunt for a new house for myself and the boys. Looks like youngest will be in a specialist school in Norwich soon. So I may bump into your lovely selves again too. I hope so, Amy. I hope so. That would be really good.
Lovely. Just lovely.
I could recommend the Old Catton area, and there's a lovely big park, Catton Park, and it's got a bit of woods and stuff.
Wenson Park's nice.
Really good.
And Waterloo Park.
Wensum and Waterloo Parks are nearby. Yeah, very good area. Vegan Moon Cat, he's late.
How dare you?
What are you doing?
Got your own life, how dare you?
I'm sorry for my lateness, Lord and Lady Herbivore. It's just not good enough. Oh, I see what you meant about Juliet, by the way. That was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, talking about grim. Been getting into
Talking about
the show.
grim. Who's into a bit of grimace? Right, hello Hench. Hope you're both doing great. We really are. Thank you. I'd like to be saluted by you both. You guys helped me to become a vegan.
Ah, we salute you.
We normally only salute channel members though, so we're making a special case. Andre, dates are my kryptonite. Yeah, I can't control myself. If we have them in the house, I need to eat the whole packet. Do you have any kryptonite food? Medieval dates would probably be it. However, we bought a 10 kilo box in January, and there's still some left. I've been super good.
I haven't eaten any of them.
I will have 5 most days. Not every day. I've been very controlled.
We really like dried pineapple and dried mango. There's this mango from Forest Feast, and it hasn't got any sulfites in it, and it's so soft. It's not tough like
And
regular
super
dried
expensive.
mango. It's so expensive, and we'd eat a whole bag each at a time. And we could like spend like £100 a month if we wanted to easily, like on dried mango. So we just stopped buying it, didn't we? Because it's really expensive.
So like a 100-gram pack.
We'd
is,
eat it all straight away,
ridiculous.
like so I'd say that's one of the foods. Like some foods like you like, but they're just too expensive, aren't they, to just have loads around all the time.
Killian. Hey Hench couple, my girlfriend is allergic to nuts. What sources of selenium and potassium magnesium would you recommend? Hope you're all good. We really are, my friend. Thank you for the kind words. Just really, it's just about eating a whole foods, plant-based diet in general and not eating much else, because when you displace these healthy calories, like you eating with nutritionally bereft stuff, you're really going to struggle. So let me just have a quick look on Chronometer. The only nutrient of concern there really is selenium, because if you're eating calorically adequately and you're eating whole grains, legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, or not necessarily, obviously not nuts in her case, but if you're eating as much of a range of different types of whole plant foods as possible, you've got your herbs and spices as well, most things will come up fine. There's just the odd sort of couple of things, and selenium is one of them potentially.
Potatoes are good for selenium, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm just trying to find something. So, selenium wise, I would double down on oats are great, mushrooms, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, lentils, quinoa. Kidney beans have got some, tomatoes have got some, flax seeds have got some. Most foods have got some, but it's really Brazil nuts are just super high in selenium. So they're really useful for someone, particularly if they're on a lower calorie, like whole foods plant-based diet.
It's good to put your food into the website chronometer.com, like every now and again, and just like put in roughly your average kind of food that you're eating, because a lot of us tend to eat the kind of same foods. Like, just put your food in every now and again and just see like how you're doing.
Okay, so I wrote a plan for a female on a diet. So that was just 1,750 calories. And if I take out the Brazil nut, she's still got 104% of her selenium for the day. And that's on a low amount of calories. So, yeah. Great question. Vegemite cod bods in the house. Royo, do you get calcium only from plants without supplements? Yes. I find it hard to have 1,000 milligrams of without supplements. Are you trying to say? Also, I'm worried I eat too much food. I'm sure I've got the calcium I need. It's a shame I just clicked off chronometer there.
Find it again.
Let's have another look.
You should probably just keep that up.
I should just keep it up.
You get that up like most streams, don't you?
Yeah.
That sounded
The
rude.
cat's going bonkers.
Does anyone else live with any cats that just, a certain time of the day, they just go darting around the house like a lunatic? I really love it when Cowboy does it. Oh God. But sometimes I'm sitting on the sofa and she'll come charging up by my head or something.
So, calcium-wise, again, going back to this plan I did for a lady, okay, 240 milligrams was from some soya milk, but I got a nearly, actually, no, I did get, all by like a couple of milligrams. I got her 1,000 milligrams of calcium from kale, tomatoes, sweet potatoes, spinach, kidney beans, berries, chia seeds, oats, and lentils. Yeah, so, and that's on a low amount of calories. Again, if you're eating nearly all whole plant foods and you're eating the range of stuff, you should get most micronutrients. There's only like 3 or 4 or 5 that you have to be a little bit sort of careful about. And that's kind of zinc, vitamin E, selenium, iodine, which you get in some sea vegetables in there, some seaweed, omega-3. They're really the ones that are concerned. The other ones, by and large, tend to take care of themselves. I've not normally struggled with anything else.
But like if you say you eat quite good, but then you eat like a whole tub of ice cream and that's like hundreds of calories that you're displacing.
Yeah, you will be short on nutrients. Yeah, well
that's why
said.
it's so important to eat whole foods.
Bells Music, Clapper and Goldhammer are the sharpest tools in the shed. They're great, aren't they?
Yeah, they are great. They were really nice in real life. Dr. Clapper took care of me when I was over there. He's a really nice guy.
Benny Green, my good friend, is there any food you don't enjoy eating? Sprouts.
Broccoli.
Brussels sprouts.
I've gone off mushrooms lately as well.
Weirdo.
Cowboy!
Right, what should I eat to have healthy hair? A whole foods, plant-based diet.
Don't try and eat hair to have healthy hair. Some people go, oh yeah, eat, pig's liver or...
Eat muscle to grow muscle.
Whatever, no, you don't need that.
Just basically, you need to ensure you're getting all your minimums of all the essential vitamins and minerals, essential fatty acids, essential amino acids. The healthiest way to do that is with a whole foods, plant-based diet. And if you're coming up short on any of those nutrients, potentially, it can be bad for your hair. It can be, the diet that's good for your hair is the one that's good for your heart, good for your brain, good for your bone density. Do you know what I mean? Optimally, we thrive best on a whole foods, plant-based diet. And if you're short on any nutrients, we don't know everything about nutrients. Obviously, there are some key nutrients. I don't know which ones they would be for hair. I guess biotin, protein, obviously. There will be the odd one which is particularly associated, but any nutrient really could have some detrimental effect. We don't know it all, but if you're not hitting your 100% RDAs on your essential vitamins, essential minerals, essential amino acids, essential fatty acids, they're called essential for a reason. That reason being, if you don't ingest them, you can't make them, so you will suffer, and it will be disease, it will be bad skin, bad hair, joint problems, and potentially death.
Not too serious then.
I don't know why. I know very few people who really are very conscious about their diet and make sure they hit their minimum RDAs on things. They go for years without things like iodine in their diets, and they wonder why they're, overweight or depressed or, yeah. These are essential. We must do it. Guys, I encourage you all to get on the Chronometer app, and just, if you've not done it, just a few days, plug in your foods and see if you're hitting your micronutrients. And if you're not, it will show you where you're coming up short, and then you can just emphasize the types of foods that are associated with that. Chronometer can help you with that, or obviously you can just Google list of plant foods that contain selenium or whatever.
It's really easy to use. It's really user friendly. However, sometimes say you were putting like broccoli, there might be like 50 different options for broccoli. It might say like broccoli from different supermarkets or whatever. And occasionally you'll get some where not all the nutrients are listed. So you might look and think, oh, well, how come I haven't hit everything? And it's because you've put in like one item or something that hasn't got the nutrients listed. So when you type in, say, broccoli, and it brings up the options and you pick one, it will say something like 79 listed nutrients or 14 listed nutrients. So you want to go for the ones that say like 79 or, you know, quite high. That means all the nutrients listed on there. And then you'll know more accurately how you're doing.
Wood goods. Amy Lawson, do you recommend any concoctions, evening snack ideas to help with winding down / getting ready for bed? My, what is ASD? Pardon my stupidity. No, not ASDA. ASD meaning... Okay, autism spectrum disorder. I guessed it was going to be that, but I didn't know what the words were. So, I've been learning some stuff about sleep hormones recently. I did hear that melatonin in children can delay puberty. So, just to warn you on that one, I just found out. If you want to learn more about it, I learned this from the Andrew Huberman podcast. It's called Huberman Lab. It's on Spotify, and he's a Stanford professor. He's really well respected, and I think his third podcast he did on that channel was all about sleep. So yeah, he did say that about children. He doesn't recommend it. He don't even recommend it for adults because he says it does sort of screw with your other hormones and can cause issues. So he's not a big fan, but he gave lots of great advice for sleep. So it was things like within the first hour of sunrise, ideally get outside, get the blue wavelength sunlight into your eyes. That ramps up your cortisol so that you're awake.
How long for?
Vary. I mean, it depends where you are in the world.
But like, is it, you know, seconds, minutes, hours?
If you're in really bright sunlight, it says maybe 30 to 60 seconds. And otherwise, maybe 10 minutes to even like potentially like half an hour. So, which obviously isn't doable for everyone. I did it this morning, by the way, and I was greeted with a deer. We're in the city centre. Well, not right in the city centre, but we're in a very urban area. No woods anywhere near, and a deer came running past me. Mental.
So random.
But yeah, ideally within the first hour of sunrise, because of the angle of the sun, you're getting the correct strength of light, and it's hitting your receptors, which are in the bottom half of your retina, which is why at night time you really want your lights low, or from a low level, like floor lights or low lamps, rather than your ceiling lights. Anyway, I digest. What else? And then the new thing I learned was sunset. Again, you should get outside and you should get the sunlight in your eyes at that time. That then tells your brain, you need to start producing natural melatonin now and getting ready for bed.
So it's all about like circadian rhythms.
Circadian rhythm stuff, yeah. As for foods, you want to be eating carbohydrate-rich foods, and then some proteins which have relatively high levels of tryptophan, but not so high in other amino acids, because they compete against each other to cross the blood-brain barrier, and they're the building blocks for like your natural like melatonin. So sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds. So I'd say some seeds and a little bit of carbohydrate as well, some fruit or sweet potato or something like that. Don't eat too late either, because that can hurt your sleep. So really, I like to have at least a 3-hour gap, but at least a couple of hours before you try to turn in. Of course, you want to cut down like blue lights. Obviously, preferably get off screens. Or
put the like flux app on, or whatever the screen night mode.
Yeah, if you have to have something on. Cool room, ultra dark, ultra quiet. Yeah, these are all kind of sleep hygiene methods.
Didn't I hear pistachios are good to eat at night?
Pistachios. Supposedly, they're about the only food that does contain some kind of natural form of melatonin themselves. I think that's what I read.
Yeah, I thought we heard a long
Yeah,
time ago that they were good at night.
Yeah, so yeah, pistachios, sunflower, sesame, and pumpkin seeds. Yeah, I hope that helps. Poltergeisha. That number one, that is a fantastic username. I freaking love that. And number two, they can pry niche from my cold dead hands.
What does poltergeisha mean?
Well, it's poltergeist, which is German for noisy spirit, but it's geisha, which is sort of what is a geisha exactly? It's a Japanese lady, like a.
I can picture her in my mind. Yes, dressed in a specific way.
Like a hot Japanese lady in a kimono. So noisy hot chick, noisy Oriental hot chick. That's what it means. I can buy the niche from my cold dead hands. That's the funniest comment I've ever seen on there. Lovely.
You win the internet today. Well done.
Jamie, Dr. Furman does tell his own nutritional yeast. Most brands add in folic acid, which means also usually funny. I've not seen nutritional yeast where they add in folate. I don't think folic acid. Maybe I have and I haven't noticed. I know some of them add B12, but I thought they normally have folate of their own accord. No.
Why would that doctor not like nutritional yeast but have his own one of it?
Well,
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
just trying to get rich.
And Bosch have brought out a load of things in the supermarket. Really pleased to see that. Super great. They brought out nutritional yeast. It's got blooming sulfites in it. What are they thinking?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that one.
Stacey Langley, is it the orange dried mango that isn't very healthy? I think dried mango is naturally orange.
You're thinking about apricots.
Apricots should be brown though, I think. Poltergeisha, mangoes are cheap here, so I sprinkle them with chia seeds. Oh, and dehydrate them in the oven.
Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds really good. I think Dr. Gregor does something similar, doesn't he?
We need a dehydrator.
Yeah, that'd be good actually. Lucy's here. I've been busy doing activism recently. Good for you. And my diet has gone a bit downhill. What are your favourite quick to make meals? I'll let you answer this one.
I'm now writing a whole cookbook about speedy foods. So like whole foods in a hurry, sort of, is the theme of that. So I have been utilising frozen fruit, frozen vegetables, and even herbs and seasonings. So I've got like in the freezer now some frozen coriander, garlic, you know, like the quick ginger as well. Like chopping the things up, that takes like most of the time for a recipe. So now most of the recipes in this cookbook, if they're like a pot of something cooked, you know, I just say like put in so many different, you know, frozen veggies, put in a sauce or whatever, you know, heat it up. So yeah, definitely utilise frozen stuff. And batch cooking. Never make just like one serving of something. It's like, it's quick to put something together that's processed, you know, like a sandwich or, you know, whatever. But if you spend one day like making a big pot of something, and then you had that, you put some in the fridge, some in the freezer, or you make 2 different dishes so you can have it varied or whatever, like that's going to work out just as quick in the long run, especially with frozen things. And what else to say? Yeah, maybe you could plan, you could make a little plan some meals out so that you know what you're making, and maybe you have a day of the week where you just prep a load of stuff. And then what kind of meals? So things like vermicelli, like pastas that are really quick, just put some hot water in.
3 minutes.
Yeah, we get our own, we get pasta sauces sometimes, because you can get ones that are oil free. So I don't always make that from scratch. Just get an oil-free pasta sauce. Chuck in some legumes. Spinach cooks really quickly.
Spinach.
What else? We're not against like bread products, so like a wholemeal pita. Maybe you could make yourself up a batch of hummus. Keep some in the fridge, some in the freezer. Get little tubs of it out when you want it. Get some pre-chopped like ready salads or salad vegetables.
Yeah. Yeah. Super quick and super easy.
you're a fan of refried beans, you like the old El Paso, there's like 1 gram of fat or oil in the whole tin, so they're okay. Heat those up or don't bother. Put those, what do you have those with? Some kind of, rice cake sometimes, or like some kind of healthy like crackers
Wraps.
or breads, wraps. Yeah.
Cowboy.
What else?
Is it raining meat?
You could just chop up some vegetables and just put them in a steamer tray, so some potatoes and a variety of like different things. Just put that on really quick. Then put it in a bowl, put on some hot sauce or sriracha or something like that you enjoy.
Just some fruit sometimes to tide you over while your main food's cooking.
Yeah, we like
Nuts
having
and
lots of
seeds.
grapes in, you know, for a good amount of calories for quick food.
They're quite calorific, but quite satiating at the same time, aren't they? A lot of water.
Yes, and you could make yourself up like a batch of something. So if you've got a food processor, for example, put in a load of dried fruit and nuts, you know, some cocoa powder or whatever. Blend that up and then roll it into some balls, and that sort of a snack will keep for months, you know, just in a tub, airtight container. Then you've got some like naked bar type things that you can just have on hand anytime. You can vary the flavours, or you can buy naked bars, they're a quick snack, but now they tend to have like natural flavourings in, which can be any old thing, so I'm not such a fan of those anymore. I hope some of that was helpful, and I guess I might have more helpful thoughts about that as I progress with the cookbook.
Cat G, my moggy stuffed Benevo, on your recommendation, thanks for the video, you're welcome, about the research on vegan cats. Could you recommend flea stuff, please?
No. I just get one from the vet. I'm not a fan of it because, like, Cowboy, she never likes it. She knows when it's coming. She hates it. I hate doing it to her. And also, you know, it doesn't feel all that vegan. She doesn't like it. I'm trying to kill some other little tiny creatures that I don't want to be wet, you know, on her. So yeah, I don't like doing it. But yeah, we have had a bad problem, like being overrun with it at one point. So you have to kind of keep on top of it.
Necessary evil.
Yeah.
What is the one that the Advocate is it
Yeah,
called?
I think it might be called Advocate. But so you can get like ones that you don't have to get from the vet, like, but they're not always a very good strength or like a very good product, I've found. So the one you get from the vet, like they have to see your companion animal in order to prescribe you it, kind of a deal. So that's more the kind of ones I'm a fan of. But then what you can do is you can get told by them what it is. And I've heard a couple of friends say, oh, you can then like look somewhere for that online and it's cheaper than getting it through the vet. So I don't know, I haven't actually ever done that. But yeah, I would ask the vet is what I'd say.
Andre, any advice for general GI tract distress? Every now and again, my partner or I will get some mild cramps or gas. Any good food, sweet, or avoid during those times. So I just keep an eye and just see if there is a particular food that's triggering you that you've not noticed. And that's not normally something that will just sort of come and go unless there's some kind of reason for it. And then oftentimes some of the FODMAP foods, some people can be kind of sensitive to. So
Yeah, you could look that up.
yeah, I'll pay particular attention to FODMAPs.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be intermittent.
Keep a food diary for a little while is what I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foods to eat, maybe garlic, not garlic, ginger. Ginger's particularly good for guts. Peppermint as well, so
Yeah,
peppermint
mint
teas
too.
and stuff.
It's meant to calm down the spasms, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiki Mikla, you lovely person, kindly donated €10.
Oh.
Meat eating patient coming recently for our cardiology clinic. Blood tests showed that some of the symptoms she experienced were because she had dangerously low B12 levels. Supplement to get tested, peeps. Yeah, people think of B12 as being a vegan issue. As a nutritionist, I actually never came across a vegan with a B12 problem, but I did meet a few meat eating ones. One particular person, not to be unkind, but you know, not in the best shape, ate a lot of animal products like meats and cheese and whatever else. Yeah, B12 deficiency.
Yeah, I knew someone who had a B12 deficiency and they ate a lot of animal products as well.
Yeah.
But I did see someone in the chat earlier, I don't know if you got to the question because you know how it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
and they said that, I think they said something about they'd been vegan a year and they just had a test and it came back low B12 and they were disappointed. So yeah, if you got to that, I was going to say, well, are you taking a supplement? How much are you taking, and do you take it regularly, sort of a thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's important to take, like, it's one of those things where you don't notice immediately anything, you know, or you don't think anything's like different or wrong or, you know, whatever, and it's easy to just like let it slide for a long time, and yeah, and then you can run into some problems. You can be really tired if you're low in B12. Well, if you're low in a lot of things, you can be really tired. Yeah, don't have it like that.
Right, I'll just go back a little ways. Amy, thanks. I will see what I can come up with. Some autistic children are able to produce enough melatonin naturally. Okay, so that's different, isn't it? You're just replacing what naturally they're not producing. So I wouldn't be so concerned about that. I think I could do to help my other sons be worth a go. Yeah, for sure. I can understand that. Califrax, my armler seems to have dirt/sand in. Is that normal?
It does look like sand.
Yeah, it looks a bit bitty, doesn't it? Yeah,
like
it can look a bit weird. Yeah,
that is what it looks like, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably fine.
Yeah.
If it isn't O4s in the house, I think most vegetables taste better when fresh. Yeah, some frozen vegetables are too soft and watery when thawed.
Yeah,
they don't taste that nice. Yeah, that's true. I completely agree.
There's some frozen things that I like and there's some that I don't. Say like I'm making a pot of something like a curry or, you know, like something spicy or like whatever, loads of seasonings, and I use frozen onions. I'm okay with that. Like, you know, I think you can get away with it. But like if you just say, you know, defrost and cook some frozen like cauliflower and broccoli, I've never liked it. I do not enjoy it. But for the cookbook, I made a really nice soup, carrot, ginger and sweet potato. And sweet potatoes, the carrots, the ginger, everything from that recipe was all frozen, but I cooked it all up, put in some stock with other flavourings, lime and things, blended it, and it was nice. So I think it depends what you do with the frozen vegetables and which ones you use, in my opinion. So. Yeah.
Peter Thompson's in the house, good to see you. Jose, should I worry about too much folate? No, if you're getting it from plants, because B vitamins are water soluble. But yes, if you're getting synthetic versions on top of the healthy natural version, I think that can potentially be an issue. It seems to be like most of the time when we get a plant version of a nutrient, it's hard to kind of OD on it. But when we get preformed animal nutrients and synthetic nutrients, sometimes our bodies can't deal with them. I think that's the case with folate. Chris Lynch, I love the videos. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. That's very kind of you to say, and welcome to the stream. Where in the world are you, Chris Lynch, and how's the vegan scene there, and how are you doing? I watched your videos before I came here. What is SIBO disease you're talking about, and why is she relating it to veganism? Why did you have it? I don't know why I had it. It's a very common thing. Most people at some point in their life have some degree of sort of IBS, don't they? Which is code for we don't know what's wrong with you, but you've got gas and bloating and cramps and things. According to some experts now, maybe up to 84% of that is actually SIBO. So it's small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So what it is healthful gut bacteria should live predominantly in our colons. And now, so before the colon, then you've got the small intestine, and the small intestine is segregated from the colon via the ileocecal valve. But what happens in SIBO is somehow the bacteria manage to migrate backwards through the ileocecal valve and into the small intestine where they shouldn't be. And then when they're fermenting food in there, you're getting the gas and bloating and pain and cramps and things. And they shouldn't really be in there. I've got a feeling, I could be miles out, I have a bit of a feeling that I used to stuff myself with so much food, trying to like bulk and do it mostly on a lower fat diet, that perhaps my ileocecal valve was like jammed open and I was just so packed out with waste. Try to think how to say that politely. I wonder if it was just the amount of food I used to like cram in there, because it was really seriously uncomfortable. Like, it wasn't good. I was just doing anything and everything to try and be a high carb, low fat, whole foods, plant based eater and be a massive bodybuilder. And I think those two are kind of at odds. And so in more recent months, I go like higher fat now. Not high fat relative to carbs, but like maybe 25% of my calories from fat. So I've not had it back. And she's not really relating it to veganism. It's just that she was vegan when she had it. And to be fair to her, a lot of people who get SIBO, it is so debilitating. Like, I can see why people may, potentially do something as horrible and unethical as eating animals. But she should have known better, really. I mean, she got diagnosed that she had it, and it's very easy to treat. There's no need to eat animals. Animals aren't antimicrobials, are they? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just silly. It's just an excuse. So basically, she's eating a poor diet now, which doesn't trigger the symptoms, but it is raising her risk for all the top killer diseases that most people will suffer and die from at some point. So, yeah, it's very silly. Andre, kindly donated $2 Canadian. Bless him. Got to run. Have some dates on me. A date. Thank you, my friend. You're really kind. It's good to see you. And yeah. Please, can I take you up on that kind offer of some channel art and whatever? I'll let your mind run wild on that one, because I don't really know how I'd want that to look. Yeah. So thank you, Andre. Have a lovely day, whatever you're up to. Right.
Should we come on time today?
Yeah.
Oh,
just about.
We're just about there.
Oh, we are as well, aren't we? Okay, guys, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Do pop your comments or questions in before we have to do one. I'll go back a little ways. Thanks, Angharad. Captain Jingoist, you may have answered this earlier, in which case I missed it. What do you feed your cat? Benevo Complete Cat Foods. BENEVO Complete.
We've got 1 or 2 videos on the channel about vegan cats, if you're interested.
Ray, how can I get rid of my hemorrhoids on a plant-based diet? I've got no idea. I'm afraid. Sorry about that. How to prevent myself from having SIBO. If I knew that, I wouldn't have got it myself. It's one of those weird things. I think there can be 1,000,001 different reasons why it can occur. But the healthier you live, like, the less chance you have of getting it. Unless my theory was right and I overate on healthy foods. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, sadly, we don't really know a whole lot.
I'd say, look, just eat as healthy as you can, like you were saying, and then if you get distress and issues, if they're a rare occasion, like, probably don't worry about it, but if you get it regularly, like all the time, and you start finding more and more foods are giving you issues and you're in pain and discomfort, don't, like, just keep waiting and leave it and do nothing about it. Like, see someone like Goji Man and have some tests and just figure it out. Like, when you have stomach issues, like, it's like, you need to get your life back.
It's so debilitating, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
So nobody put up with that unnecessarily.
Hi, Dave Charles. Thank you for joining, my friend. Richard Costa, how do you get 25% of the calories from fat? Do you have some examples of food? Really, I just eat my normal high-carb, whole foods, plant-based diet, but I add in more nuts, seeds, whole nut and seed butters and avocados.
We sometimes make meals that have fat in them. Like, we might make a meal and it might have some cashew cream in it, for example. But mostly, a lot of the time, it's like on the side with it, isn't it? The sort of stuff we make, usually. Can't really think of any meals where we do put, like, okay, so we might make like a tahini dressing that might go on something, so then the fat is like in the meal, for example. Yeah.
Right, we should go and do some other things.
You said 5 minutes, it's only been 2 minutes.
It's been 5 minutes.
It's been 2 minutes, I've seen it. Anyway, Well, I don't
Shut
know
up.
what I'm arguing about. I've got stuff to do. Having a nice time.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. We really appreciate you. Thank you, moderators, for keeping us troll-free. Thanks for the super chats, keeping the beans on our toast.
And the dates in the cupboard.
And the camera's rolling. Follow us. Please follow us on the gram, hench_herbivore.
What are you doing? Gemma_herbivore.
We do like loads of great wall posts, like story updates. You just see what we're up to all the time. If that's of interest to you.
Yeah.
If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of the Hench Herbivore community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon. What day is it today? Friday?
I got no idea.
Next stream will be Sunday morning about 7 a.m. with yours truly. This one will still be in bed.
In bed, yep.
Farting.
Not that part so much, no.
So set a reminder for that. Set a reminder for that. And we'll both be on Monday evening, 6 p.m. GMT. So set a reminder.
Yep.
For that as
And
normal.
our cookbooks are both half price at the minute, if anyone's interested.
And we've got
in that.
loads of merch
Oh,
and
yeah,
that.
it's all linked down below, all that, all that stuff.
If you're short on any vitamins, protein powder, CBD stuff, there's links below. Money off with my discount code, so do check that out as well. And until next time, we'll
Have a nice
see
weekend,
you next time.
everyone. And if you're a channel member or Patreon, chat with us on the Discord server between now and Monday, if you want to.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
It's good night from me.
Good night from me.
Good night.
Don't always do it.